Right, it's too cold to go out in the workshop this evening, and I thought it would be apt to actually show this excellent new piece of equipment that I've just got. And I showed a similar weather station to this some time ago, maybe a few months ago, but this is the new smart barometric weather station. And it comes in this box here. You have a 2-pin power adapter, a remote wireless sensor, and obviously the main unit. On the back of the main unit you have a battery compartment on the back here, which takes 2 AA batteries. You have to buy your own batteries, it doesn't come with those. The door is nicely positioned and clicks home nicely. On the back here also there's 2 feet that come out at an angle as a stand, and then you have a keyhole slot here if you actually want to fold those flat and mount it on a wall. So you can actually run it on the batteries or use the batteries for backup if there is a power failure. The adapter socket is on the lower side of this cutout here, and I've put that 2-pin plug adapter into a shaver type socket with a fuse. Also on the back here there's a USB port. This is not for transferring data to a computer or anything, or for charging. It's an output socket USB, so that if you have this, say, by the bed or whatever, you can actually charge a mobile device with it. The outdoor sensor has a digital display here. Also the battery compartments on the back here. Just slide that door down a little bit, then ease it off. 2 AA batteries again. Inside here there's a setting 1, 2 and 3, so there's 3 channels. A TX button, which is the transmit button for this unit to pick it up or pick up the signal, and you can also change the thermometer into centigrade or Fahrenheit on this digital display here. When you put the compartment on, just drop it on the back like that and push it home. When you take it off again, you can pull it down just a little way and then lift it off, and that prevents any water getting into the unit outside. It has a keyhole slot on the back here for mounting on a wall, or you can leave it freestanding like it is. And the wireless sensor has a range of 60 meters, which is a fair old distance. And obviously if someone else has this unit nearby, or there's interference or whatever, you can choose one of the 3 channels to get the best signal results. And I do think that's an excellent feature of this weather station, is that this wireless sensor that goes outside has the temperature and humidity reading on it, so you can actually check those readings outside if you wanted to. And I don't know how waterproof this unit is. When I mount mine, I'm going to put it out on the outside of the house, under the eaves, or under the eaves of the shed or wherever, so that it's not in direct rain. So the main unit is about 205mm wide by about 130mm. The screen is about 167mm by 93mm. And most of the main controls are all down the right hand side. And you can see there that all those buttons are nice and clearly marked. It says on the Banggood website that you get an English user's manual, but I didn't seem to get one in my box. But I'm not worried about that, because it only takes a few minutes to actually get used to the controls and set it all up, and it's all really self-explanatory like most things are these days. Plus there's very good detailed information on the Banggood listing anyway. So when I first got the unit, I put the batteries in, set the selector in the back of this one to number 1 and pressed the TX button. The display here, there's a little box on the top here. This one's normally showing 1, 2 and 3 in loop. It just keeps flashing through each of those. When it came to number 1, I entered it on the middle button on the side here, and then it stops on number 1, so it's actually selected that channel for the wireless sensor. And as you can see by the screen, on this side here we have the remote sensor readings, and it's showing 12.3 there. Obviously it'd be a lot colder if I put this one outside and it got the actual reading from outside. Then you have the humidity, you have temperature alerts which you can actually set, then you have the time and day and seconds. And then in the middle section here we have the trend weather forecast, the moon phase cycle, which is excellent, I really like that. And then on this side here we have the indoor sensor readings, which is in the unit, the 12 degrees centigrade showing there, and then the humidity, a comfort zone, and then the barometric pressure. And the barometric pressure is obviously automatically changing in real-time pressure. And the unit predicts the weather condition for the next 12 to 24 hours based on the change in atmospheric pressure, and it is about 70% to 75% correct. And there's obviously various other functions and settings using the buttons on the side there. On the clock there you can have the month and date showing, or you can have seconds showing. And then if you pull the power cable out or turn it off, it goes into a battery saving mode where the screen will go down to a low light, which is excellent. And then when you want to have it full brightness to see it properly, you just tap the top here, which is touch sensitive, and then it will come on for a few seconds and then go down to the screen save mode again. So that's an excellent feature for saving battery power. Incidentally, the cable on the adapter is about 1.5 meters long, which is very good. A lot of things these days have quite short leads on them. And if you go on the Banggood listing for this actual weather station and scroll down through the page, you'll see all the indications of the pictograms on there, and exactly the phases of the moon. You get the full phases of the moon, and then you have all the different weather forecast formats. It is a really good listing page to have a good look at. And the unit supports 7 different languages: German, English, French, Italian, Spanish, Dutch and Danish. And I've just been looking at the description on the Banggood page for this weather station and the specifications, and it does actually say that the main unit can be matched up to 3 remote sensors. So I presume that you can actually buy these remote sensors separately and leave this in a scan mode, so it would actually scan for each sensor. Maybe if you had a garden centre or something like that, you could have a sensor in various different places and check the temperature and humidity, so that's a good feature. I haven't actually seen the remote sensor yet on Banggood on its own. I have for the other models, but not for this one yet. And I also forgot to mention that you can change both the remote sensor and the screen display to have Fahrenheit readings or centigrade. Like I say, there's loads of different things probably that I haven't actually noticed yet because I didn't get the instructions, but I'll find as I use it. Also, I've just checked out the listing and the actual reviews for this weather station, and every review so far has a 5-star rating. It's really well spoken of, and I think it's absolute excellent value for money. And one other thing worth mentioning, when you actually first get one of these units and put the batteries in and connect the power supply up and set it up, leave it a few hours to acclimatise before you look at it to get the correct readings.